Hey, what's up, folks? Your favorite sorcerer with another video on Occult Money Laws. This is going to be number 4 in this series. Good. So, in this one, I want to talk about sending mixed signals to the universe. Sending mixed signals to money does not work. Okay? Imagine the following situation. It's the beginning of the year, and you have a certain income goal. You tell yourself, and you maybe announce that to other people, which you shouldn't do, but maybe you did. And you announce to the universe, whatever. And if you pick a goal, write it down or whatever, you affirm that to yourself. That's announcing it to the universe. Okay, so you announce that to the universe to make, I don't know, I want to make $1 million this year. And then you are really motivated. You start working on yourself. You make it so that your life is set up in a way where you could actually achieve that, right? But then after the first couple of months, you start deviating from that target. Okay, it used to be $1 million. Now you're like, hey, I would be okay if it's 100K. I would be okay with it being 100K because it's still more than what I made last year, and whatever, so on and so forth, right? Now, think about what you're doing there. Remember what I said in the first law. I think it was the very first law that I put out there, where I talked about money loves clarity. Changing your goal along the path of achieving your goal is not clarity. That's mixed signals, okay? Sending mixed signals is not going to work. Please understand that. The universe works in a way where your emotions create reality, and this is not just, don't interpret that as, you make the best out of every situation, it's really how you look at it and all that stuff. No. I'm literally telling you that your emotions break down superpositions of particles and make them appear in a specific reality. Okay, so your emotions, which are your subconscious decision-making systems, are running your life. Okay, so let me take a step back. The ego, which is the same as the conscious mind, is really not running this show at all. Okay, it's really not. It's more a spectator. The decisions are being made in the subconscious mind, and the emotions are what the subconscious and the unconscious uses to communicate with us, and we then backwards rationalize. It's called confabulation, why we made a specific decision. But the decision has been made in the subconscious mind long before it even pops into our conscious mind. And what happens there, we have an unconscious decision-making process, and then what's being presented is a highly, highly filtered version of reality, and that's maybe 3 different choices out of 1 trillion or more that are presented to our conscious mind, and that's how we can, basically exercise our freedom as conscious beings, right? But it's not really freedom. It's like a very, very narrow choice that we've been given by the unconscious mind. Now, how does the unconscious mind work? How does the subconscious and unconscious mind work? It's, like I said, emotional decision-making processes. Now, what does that mean? You have certain programming, okay, that was picked up by, the time with your parents and when you were raised and whatnot, right? So this programming is running in the background. Now, here's the thing. Emotions tend to reproduce themselves. Okay, emotions also tend to create experiences. Okay, so you have been programmed with a certain emotional framework that responds in a certain way to certain situations, and based on that, your reality and the choices that you're able to make are being created. Now, this is not your fault. This is not your choice, but your life that you live, all of that around you, is the exact reflection of your subconscious belief system. Okay. So part of that, of course, is money too. So maybe you heard as you were growing up, or maybe it wasn't even explicit. Maybe it was just situations in which your parents were tense about money, or you always felt like that was a tight resource, and we can't blame really people of the older generations. You know, if you talk to older people, let's say in their 60s or whatever, if you talk to them about fixing your money mindset and working on your subconscious mind and your emotional relationship with money, all that stuff, they're gonna, I mean, if they're not gonna be rude, they're gonna be at least a little bit suspicious of what you're fucking talking about, because this is relatively new. Okay, they didn't have the resources that we have, no internet, none of the self-help books and all this stuff, right? So this is relatively new. So you shouldn't blame anyone. What I'm trying to say is essentially that you can fix it now. How? See, the point is that when you experience something, you have an emotional response to it. Or let's say, not all things, but let's say you experience something to which you have a very negative emotional experience, or an emotional response. This is not going to prevent it from happening. It's going to do the opposite. It's going to make sure that you experience more of those things. The universe responds to your emotions. Okay? This is what we talk about when we say paying attention to things. I'm sure you heard about where energy flows, where attention goes, energy flows, and where energy goes, this is going to become your reality. So your emotions are what's creating your reality, and your emotional reactions to certain situations. And you're emotionally aware of certain some of those reactions, but not all of them. Okay, so they're running your life without you being aware of them. But your life, your current life, your external circumstances are the exact reflection of your subconscious belief system, which leads me to the next point. You need to fix your subconscious belief system about the world, and about the possibilities, and about yourself, so that you respond differently emotionally to the things that happen to you. Okay? I'm not going to be able to break this whole process down in this video because it's just so profound, but the people that study with me, obviously they get everything, you know, like people in the School of Adepts in the Order and whatnot, right? So what I'm trying to say is essentially what you need to do is you need to release the emotional charge on the negative memories that you have, so that they don't keep perpetuating themselves into the future. Okay? It's like a blueprint that you carry with you at an energetic level, and that is perpetuating itself into the future outside of your conscious awareness. And you're stuck in this feedback loop of negative emotional responses to certain situations. So what you need to do is you need to release the emotional charge on those negative experiences. And what you need to do at the same time is add in new emotional programs that respond positively to the things that you want. Okay? Now, it really doesn't matter if these things that you want have already happened to you or not. In fact, it is crucial that you can experience them internally before they happen externally. This is the reason why they're going to appear in the outside world. Okay? So, releasing the negative programming, it's not that you're going to forget the experiences that you had in the past, but there's no longer going to be an emotional charge on them, which is going to make sure that they don't keep remanifesting in your life. Okay? Number two, you need new positive subconscious emotional reactions to things that you want. And since we're talking about the topic of money here, when somebody talks about money, when the topic of money comes up, when you maybe watch YouTube videos on money, when you think about paying bills and all that stuff, what are the emotions that you have? You know, fear is not a good emotion. You know, this is kind of like a tragedy that we see in the financial system, where even the people that try to improve their financial situation, even the people that are trying to learn about this topic, trying to improve their situation, they do that mainly from unproductive emotions. It's not their own fault. I mean, to an extent, you know, the news work like that. What bleed leads, right? So you need to scare people. This is completely the wrong emotion to win, to succeed in this realm. Okay, so check yourself, check in with yourself. When you talk about money, when you hear about money, when you think about investments, do you feel stressed? Do you feel this and that and the other? Some of that might be a conflict between your conscious and unconscious minds. Usually, though, it's just negative programming, and we can get rid of that. Okay, so like I said, this is what you want to do. Money doesn't like mixed signals. Money likes clarity, right? And subscribe to my Astro Finance newsletter. The first issue is going to be out on May 1st, 2024. May 1st, 2024. That's when you're going to get your first issue of the Astro Finance newsletter, where I share my personal portfolios with you. It's completely for free. And I share with you the technical analyses, not 100% of what I do, but not 100% of my portfolio, but I'm definitely gonna, like, the stocks and the investments that I present, they're gonna have a solid analysis. All right, so technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and of course astrological points that speak for either going long with it or going short with it. It's going to be a total return newsletter. Total return means you want to make money whether the market goes up or down. You can only do that using short selling or options. Okay, that's completely for free. Like I said, you can subscribe to that using the link in the description under this video. May 1st is going to be the first issue, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.
If you want to learn how the planets influence and affect the stock market and profit from that knowledge, you can sign up for the free Grail of the Serpent Astro Finance newsletter. It includes fundamental, technical, and astrological analyses, as well as concrete stock picks. All markets with significant liquidity, as well as crypto markets, will be covered. Sign up for this incredibly valuable, bi-weekly resource by using the link in the description under this video.